Do you ever feel like you're swimming against a really strong current that's pushing you the other way? And you just want to get there. You just want to move ahead. You just want to get to where you want to go. But you feel like everyone and everything is just holding you back and pushing you back down. Sometimes our healing journeys feel like that, and it feels like no matter what we do, we stay feeling miserable, or we stay feeling horrible and heavy and down on ourselves. Sometimes healing is a really hard process and we can't figure it out. And we see other people and they look like they're doing fine. Not that they are, because we will all hide it, right? You're hiding it too, I bet. But it looks like everybody's doing fine but you. And you hear all these stories from all these self-help authors telling you how they healed. And you think, why can't I be like they are? Why aren't I healing? I'm doing everything. And you feel like you are. You're doing everything that you can. But there's probably some things that are in your way. And after talking to thousands of people for so many years, I've kind of narrowed down 4 main barriers that people have when they are stuck and they're having trouble moving on in their healing journey. So I'm going to tell those to you today, and I'm going to help you see how to get through them. The first one is this worry that feeling better might be worse than before. You see, it's an unknown. Feeling better is something you don't know how it feels. So it feels a bit out of control because it's unknown. And because it's unknown and out of control, it is a bit scary. And when bad things have happened to you and you've had a lot of turmoil and emotional struggle in your life, anything new is scary. So ask yourself if you're afraid to heal, if you're afraid to feel better because you wonder if feeling better will be worse than what you feel right now. At least what you feel right now, you know, right? And you know it, and so you can handle it. But you don't want to stay here either. You don't want to stay here. You want to feel better. Let me tell you something. Feeling better is by definition better. If you're feeling worse than you do now when you feel better, then you're not better, you see? So feeling better will always be better than feeling how you are right now, feeling miserable. You know, our ego doesn't want to change. And so it does all these little tricks to us to keep us where we are. And so not letting us feel better by making us scared of feeling better is one of its tactics that it uses. Don't let it work on you. The second barrier to healing is wondering if you deserve it. Now this might not be outward, it might be inside, but a lot of times we don't think that we're worthy of healing. And the reason we think we're not worthy of healing is because we aren't healed. We use our feeling miserable as evidence that we should feel miserable, like we deserve it somehow. We think it's punishment for something we've done for not being enough or allowing something to happen, or we take over responsibility for the things that other people have done to us or to other people. We think everything's our fault. And if it's your fault, then you're not really sure if you deserve to feel better. It often keeps people stuck in the place that they are and stuck in the guilt and shame, which they don't even deserve. They don't even deserve. And so it's time to forgive yourself for things that you think that you did and just let it go, because it doesn't serve you at all, and it'll keep you stuck in a place that you no longer want to be. You want to move forward to freedom and happiness in your life. The third barrier that I often see is people think that if they heal, the person who hurt them will get away scot-free. Well, this doesn't really happen. Nobody gets away with things that they do scot-free. But this is it. The universe will take care of them. You don't have to do it. You don't have to stay miserable so that you hold that person accountable for hurting you. You could move on and stop defining yourself by what happened to you. They'll get their comeuppance for what they did, and you don't have to make that happen. Isn't that wonderful? You could just move on and go and do things and pay attention to things that will bring you joy and happiness in your life. And you could just leave them behind, and they're going to have to figure it out and work off whatever they did that was wrong in their life, and you don't have to worry about that. The fourth barrier that I usually see is that people don't think it's possible for them. They don't think it's possible. They don't believe it anymore. They don't have much faith because it hasn't happened yet. They've worked so hard and it hasn't happened yet. And so they've kind of lost some of that faith that they may have had in the past. But it's interesting because they do keep going. Even though they lost faith and they kind of given up and they have no hope, they keep taking steps and they keep trying things. But they try things without the belief that it's possible. And I wonder if that affects the results. Actually, I'm quite sure that it does because I've seen it over and over and over again. It affects the results. If you don't believe it's possible and you try, you're not going to try that hard because you're afraid that you're going to be disappointed if you fail. You're not going to open your heart completely because you're going to want to protect it when it doesn't work. And so when you don't think something's possible and you think you failed before you leave the gate, then you're not going to put the same amount of effort and open-heartedness into that situation because it doesn't seem like a good investment of your time and energy. And so you have to believe it's possible. You have to find your faith again. Maybe you've had it in the past and you have to kind of bring it back. What kept it going when it was here before? What was important to you enough that kept that faith before you gave up on it? That's what you have to get back in touch with. So hopefully this information can really help you push past these 4 barriers that they might not even be visible. That's why I wanted to bring them out today, so they were visible to you and you could handle them now that you see them. And then you can let that you want to be shine through. If you are struggling with anxiety, go to givefeartheboot.com for free videos and information about my online anxiety recovery program. See you there.